Okay, there's Bob, Gina, Sylvia. Hopefully the sound is good. So let's have a look. What's the feedback? Yep. Okay, sounds good. All right. So let's begin. Unless there's some questions to begin with. No? Okay. Okay. So most of you will probably have a screen very similar to that. Okay. Whoops. Multi-screen, similar to that. But okay. Yep, I can see this question straight away. Okay. All right, Bob. Okay. So we have the green and pink banks of the 5-minute river, and we have the white river banks of the 1 hour. Okay, so I know this is back to basics, but let's start off the new year on just clarifying the main framework. Okay, so what it does is gives us the benefit of whatever chart where price is being shown, whether it's a 5-minute, 15, an hour, we know the relationship of the smaller candle, 5-minute candles in the picture of the 1 hour river. Yeah, because you can see that our shape is the same. Okay, so price action in the 5-minute has gone outside the river of the 5-minute as well as the 1 hour. Yeah, we know in the 1 hour if it's gone outside the river, it wants to come back to the center line, and you can see how the 5-minute river was in M21 breakout, that upside down V, and it's headed straight for the center of the river of the 1 hour. Yeah, and we can see in the 1 hour what it looks like. Okay, so that's the benefit of this transparency and framework as it transitions from one time frame to the other, gives us a very great, very good grounding. So although we're on a 1 hour, 5-minute chart, we really have information pretty much up to the 1 hour. Yeah. So, and this is all the work that 5-minute does to do what the 1 hour wants. Okay. So in amongst that, having the river, we have our shadings just to once again show us a strong momentum and support the movement of the rivers. Yeah. So over here, we see price action in the sell zone of the 5-minute, and it's in its own time frame. It has a lot of support for the sell. Yeah. And the 1 hour we can see it's actually in the buy zone. But the 1 hour is trying to get from the sell zone or price action that's outside the river to the other side of the river. Okay. Which is achieved. Yeah. So we drew a line from when it went outside of diamond to the opposite side of the river. I'll make it a lot bigger so it's easy to see. Okay, so you can see the 1 hour achieves moving from an extreme sell zone with that to the opposite riverbank. And this is what the 5 minute did to achieve that. Okay, so the ending of Friday, Saturday morning at the end of the week, beginning of the new week, Monday, just continuing the journey, consolidation along the center line of the 1 hour. And you can see in the 5 minutes, price action when it goes to the extreme of the 5 minutes into the extreme sell zone. Okay, so which leads me to window 2. Okay, window 2 allows us to use these additional diamonds as entries because the price, we knew from way over there, the price wants to get back to the riverbank. Then every time I go to mini high and outside, well, mini high, but when it's outside the river, it's got an extreme momentum because the 5 minute has the reason why it wants to come back down, yeah, inside the river, its own river. So it's got a little bit of extra momentum. But these diamonds allow us to enter, and none of you on this webinar, present on this webinar, would dispute that a diamond alert is a very strong alert. So it's a secondary alert. Our first alert is the vertical line. Okay, and the vertical lines aren't as numerous. So to assist us in timing our entry, these mini highs and mini lows created by the smaller threshold of the TD zigzag fractal gives us those, yeah. Now, the shading in window 2 for a 5 minute, okay. When you open up the properties, what window 2 does, it looks at whatever settings we set to refer to, okay. So current time frame is the 5 minute, okay. So, and one time frame higher is the 15. So for those two, to give the shading so that it has a more continuous path, because the 5 and 15 are going to hit many highs and lows, which would disrupt and make a lot more blank spaces in the shading. Whereas we want to know whether 1 hour has really reached its lowest low or highest high. And what we're going to do is we'd like to compare that with the 30. So the 30 and the 1 hour in 30 have both reached highs and lows. Okay, so we're using their information, so we've ticked it true. Okay, so the shading to appear, the two highest time frames that we're utilizing in this framework have to be in agreement for the shading to even be there, yeah? Okay. Now for jumping diamond, we want the lines in window 2 to be going in the same direction, yeah? Now the shading is caused by, has to have the agreements of windows 3 and 4, yeah? So window current time frame M5 and M15 are false. So how do I represent that in window 2? What I do is I give them a colored line. Yeah, yellow is the current time frame. So as I hover my mouse above on the yellow line, it says ZZCU, which current time frame. Yeah. Then if I hover it off the red one time frame high, 15. So for jumping diamond, I need the lines to be, if it's pink, I need those two lines, current and one time frame higher, for their lines representing them to be below 0. Yeah. And for buy, so when that occurs, and I have So this is what's called a jumping diamond, yeah? Because the 1 hour is there is looking for a low. Okay, as long as that's pink, means a 1 hour and 30 minutes looking for a low. Okay, so price action, if it wants to go lower, sometimes has to retrace up, get the momentum and come down. So we get this consolidation and movement, but the intention of price is still to go down. Yeah. So over here, we don't enter these as jumping diamonds because we've got pink shading, but our yellow and red lines are above zero. Yeah. So they're opposite to it because this is a retracement. And you can see, yeah, price gone outside the river. So it's moving to a 5-minute high. Yeah. So that's a vertical line, where that blue vertical line, and we had a confirmed vertical line, then we could enter that trade. Yeah, Fulcrum trading. So, but for the 1 hour, this is a retracement. Yeah. So this is all up on the website under the assessor. But I just wanted to clarify the benefits of this because really those trades do stand out. Yeah. Now, just like the vertical line marks a special candle, the diamond itself, when the alert comes, marks a special candle. Okay, for our trade management lines. So we're okay. So this one, when this alert came, says Celero, yeah. If it met criteria, we would use the left-hand love handle because that's the diamond itself is now marking the candle that we're going to do our trade management line. So M5 would be looking for a 20 pip or channel as our stop over here. The channel is 21.4 pips away, so our stop loss is 21.4 pips. So our first trade management is 21.4 pips. Yeah, so roughly 22 pips there. So we can see our 1-for-1s there. Okay. So trade management lines, 1-for-1, 2-for-1 is measured once again from the candle that's specially marked. And for the diamond alerts, that's it. For a jumping diamond, this is what's required. Okay, so jumping diamonds definitely use the assessor because it's designed to actually take into account all the information that I don't require you to 100% know because it doesn't matter how many times I say it, we are going to forget. So the assessor is very good for assessing jumping diamonds. All you need to see is whether the lines are in agreement with the shading in window 2. Okay, so there's a question. Okay, great. So maybe this explanation will suit most of you as to how jumping diamonds work and how it's displayed on the chart. Yeah. So once again, these are basically what the chart can do to go and try and help us find very profitable trade. And we know basically that the 1 hour, once we get down here, then our decision is already made for us as to what trades we're looking for, yeah? Because we know the most profitable ones there. Sure, we can trace back up if criteria is met, but really going with the bigger time frames, direction and momentum, our most profitable trades in 2-for-1s and 3-for-1s are going to come from that, yeah? 78 pips, 72 pips, so 24 pips, so that's a 3-for-1. Even if you're a little bit shy, 2-for-1. Okay, so we can make work easy for ourselves, and this is one of the ways I'm hoping to help you make it easy for yourself. And in doing that, when momentum is going with us, you can see trade stand up more. So I know some of your sharp eyes will probably see that the river is a little bit different to your river. Okay? In the sense that it's a little bit closer, a little bit smaller. All right, so in bringing in these multiple diamonds there, and I think a year ago or so, I did have the settings for the river at 1.236 to make the momentum and diamond trades stand out. And with the settings of the line in the sand of the orange line, once again, it's proven that I take advantage of momentum to make the really good trades stand out, you know, to help your eyes pick them as landmarks and trades that make sense. Okay, so now other vertical lines that you might see are the lawn green and yellow lines that are from the 5 p.m. trading. Okay, 5 p.m. is basically the start of the European session. Okay, the vertical line is actually going to appear at 6 o'clock, which is the 1 hour after the opening of the session and 1 hour before London opens. Okay, so at open market, sometimes there's spikes, so we can hang back a bit. And what this does is it just gives you a vertical line on a fixed time that you can turn up a few minutes before, have your computer all running, and should price action be in the right zone and supported by the other data windows to meet the criteria for a buy or a sell, then you can still use that advantage and use your trade management lines of your fulcrum. Okay, all we're doing is taking the fixed time and you're allowed to go and sit and use it as a vertical line, so it's impartial. It doesn't, the line itself and the time itself doesn't have a up or down momentum. It just shows up same time every day. It marks the candle that turns up that day, and we're interested in the candle and its open price and what zone it's in. And if it's in that zone, have we got everything else that meets criteria for a trade, for a vertical line trade? So we can treat this vertical timeline as the fulcrum line to some extent in this respect, and as an impartial line that we can assess a candle. Okay, so the lawn green one comes in Asian time. Okay, the Asian session opens where the dotted white period separator says the new day begins. Yeah, 9 o'clock in Melbourne time. Okay, so the lawn green is our morning vertical line or morning timeline, and the other ones are evening Euro London line. Okay, so it gives us 2 fixed times that we can turn up and use them as vertical lines of assessment. Okay, so these vertical lines can be treated are neutral. They can be treated as a red vertical line or a blue vertical line. Okay, because all they do is mark a candle, and where the candle is and where it opens determines whether you're looking for a buy or sell, or if it's, you know, and you assess it in that way. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Okay, so what we've done now is have 2 additional lines They've come from our fixed time trading. That means we can elect to turn up in the evening and have a fixed time every night or every evening at 6 o'clock, 5 to 6, 4 to 6, whatever time you turn up, to assess whatever the candle that's going to be marked and see whether it meets the criteria for a sell or buy, and then apply a trade management criteria to it. Should it meet criteria? Yeah. So that with our diamond harvesting, jumping diamond, which is part of the diamond pip harvester strategy, allows us to utilize when price has strong momentum and wants to get to a fixed destination that we're aware of. Okay, so when it's gone to the extreme and wants to get to the other riverbank, especially where now what the higher time frame wants to do, and we have the information highlighted in window 2. Visually in window 1, we can see by our white dotted line and by the 1 hour riverbank to give us the framework of what price wants to do. Okay, so your 15-minute, where the yellow or green, long green line appeared at those times is different for each time frame. Yeah. Over here we can see the yellow lawn line has appeared in the sell zone of the 15. Yeah. Orange line's above at this stage from what we can see. It's above the river center line, which is pink. Yeah. And we have pink shading. We need pink shading in at least window 3 and 4. Okay, so this is all your vertical line criteria. Once again, you can utilize the assessor online. Okay, because this is APH assessor template. So the criteria for that assessor is online, and the criteria basically says you want price action to be above the center line, has to be dotted yellow or pink. We need shading, pink shading windows 3 and 4. Yeah, would like a current high diamond, etc. Okay, once again, over here we have window 2 is pink. So our assessor online would basically say this is a jumping diamond trade. Yeah. So once again, trade management lines being applied. So yeah, so you can see over here, it's to the channel line for the 15 is nearly 99 pips. 1 for 1 is 99 pips, yeah. Okay, 725, alert coming. So yeah, so price had reached at 1 for 1. Okay, jumping diamond, price really wanted to get the other side of the river. Even from this point here, going to the river bank was 84 pips here. So these are the ways you can assess whether you want them to get in the trade or criteria is met. That's the rules for entering that trade, and that's the trade management information. Okay, so yes, from what we can see now, that trade could have been entered. Over here, when the yellow line appeared here, couldn't be entered because orange lines below, etc. Price open in the buy zone, so we wouldn't have entered on the 15. On the 5, we're good. So once again, each chart has its assessment. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Okay, here we are, 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. So once again, on the 5 minutes itself, 26. So 1 for 1. Same rules apply. If you're going to use this template, use all the rules and default settings as outlined in Fulcrum Trading. Okay, once again, the line has some bias. It just marks based on time. We assess it, and whether we choose buy or sell, the assessor will say yay or nay. Okay, we enter the information, etc. Okay, so you didn't have to enter that and waited for a diamond alert and could have entered it there. Okay, so once again, you are blessed with a lot of choice, and really 1 or 2 trades, aiming for 2 for 1. But if your chart says to exit at 1, exit at 1, or whatever it tells you to do as per the rules. Okay, but when opportunity and information suggests that price is actually going to give you 2 for 1, you should allow it, or speak to me or post, and I'll assist you in trade managing that, and perhaps suggesting taking 2/3 of your profit and letting the rest run, so you can train yourself and wean yourself into allowing longer trades. Okay, it's no hurry, just doing. But as you can see, between the 4 time frames, a lot of opportunities. All you have to do is just use the template and its flexibility to your advantage. Look for the positives. We can all find negatives in anything. The chart's not interested in negativity. It's just interested in providing opportunity and helping. All right, so if there's no questions, I think that's probably a lot of information. All right, so best place sometimes to is really just to go and post the questions. That way you have a written result back, written reply, an explanation that you can look back on. Okay, so once again, I'll give you an opportunity to ask any questions. If not, I may close it early and have a nice, make it half an hour instead of 40 minutes. Okay, so once again, we want quality, not quantity. And first aim is the first trade. If you're happy with that, later on you feel like I'd like to trade again and the opportunity comes, you can take a second trade. But we're not looking to do 10 or 20 trades a week. You know, that's really can lead to the wrong attitude. We'd rather optimize the quality trades and get our returns in that way with the appropriate risk management and goals that we want to achieve. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So take care and see you guys next week. I'll post this up tonight. Thank you all.